friends, we just read the book Flashing Fire Engines, and now I'm going to show you 2 projects that you can do and turn them into activities when they're all finished. So the first activity we're going to do is we're going to make pretend fire. So what you'll need to make some pretend fire is coffee filter, and you probably got 3 of these in your art kit that we just delivered. And I'm just going to show you make 1 for you now, but if you have fun doing it, you can make as many as 3 or maybe even more if you have coffee filters or paper at home that's sort of absorbent. You're going to need either an eyedropper or a straw. Either one will work. I'm going to use the eyedropper. You're going to need either food coloring that's red and yellow, so you can make a little bit of red and yellow paint, or if you don't have food coloring, you can always mix a lot of watercolor paint from your watercolors with water and keep them in 2 separate glasses so that you can do some drip drop painting. But before we get started on our drip drop painting, we want to make sure we have newspaper down. And you'll need a scissors because we're going to make some flames with the scissors. So the coffee filter is round, but we're going to cut triangles or pieces of pie out of the coffee filter. Do them different sizes, and those will be the flames that burst out, just like you see in a real fire. So remember how to use your scissors. Open, shut, that's the way we cut, cut, cut. Fingers on the bottom, thumb on the top. Do not let your paper drop. Open, shut, that's the way we cut, cut, cut. Now I have all those flame edges just bursting out. And now I'm going to use my pinchy fingers to drip drop onto my flame. I'm going to cover up this whole thing with yellow and red. Does it look like it's getting hot? Almost done. There we go. Now I've got my flame, and while that's drying, I'm going to show you my other activity. So we made fire, but we want to put out that fire. So we're going to make a pretend fire hose with pretend water coming out. We're going to hide those flames around. Maybe someone else can hide them for us, and we can go put the fire out. So what you'll need for this activity is either glue stick or tape. Either one will work. And you'll need that blue crepe paper that was in your art activity kit. And a piece of black tape paper, which was also in your art activity kit. And if you have a toilet paper roll, this makes it a little bit easier. It's not necessary because you can always just roll the paper into a hose shape. But before we do that, we're going to make some tears in our blue crepe paper water so that it looks like it's splashing out of the end of our hose. So I think I'll use the glue stick. And you're going to put glue all along the short edge of your black paper. I press really hard so that there's plenty of glue on there. And paper, which is pretend water, will actually stick. And then I put one end on and I press to make sure it sticks. Let's see if it sticks. Yep, there's one, but we're gonna, it's a bad fire, so we wanna make sure there's plenty of water coming out. So I'm gonna tear these pieces of blue crepe paper in different lengths so that it looks like water is squirting out the end of my hose. Have them all lined up. That doesn't look like a hose, but watch what happens when we roll it around this tube. So I have the tube at one end and I'm just rolling it around. Oh, I forgot to put glue on this side. And I need glue all the way down to the end. Now, if you don't have the tube, that's fine. You can always use your hands to roll the hose up. We want to make sure that glue sticks. And now we have our hose. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Does it look like real water is coming out of the end of my hose? Now I can go put out the fire. Maybe I'll have Mr. Dave hide that hot fire around the house and I'll go put it out. Have fun with that, friends. See you next time.